Hey friends, I'm Amy, and today we're making some Cajun chicken and gnocchi. So this is a dish I didn't even know existed until very recently, and it sort of seems like a contradiction in terms, because Cajun food and Italian food aren't normally considered to be kindred spirits. But when you try this dish, you're gonna think they've been best friends forever. It's also really easy to put together, and it packs so much flavor, it's gonna knock your socks right off. To top it all off, it takes less than an hour to make this, so let's get cooking. Preheat the oven to 375 degrees and make sure the rack is actually in the upper portion of the oven. And you know we're starting with the choppy prep. First, we need to mince 4 cloves of garlic, which would be about 4 teaspoons if you're using pre-minced garlic. You do want this to be minced pretty small so the garlic starts to sort of melt into the sauce as it cooks. When the garlic's all minced up, set it to the side, and next we need a red bell pepper. So for this, we just need to remove the core and the seeds and chop it up. And you can make the pieces whatever size you would like. I went with a medium sort of a chop, like thumbnail size pieces maybe, so they spread out well in the sauce and I don't have huge bites of pepper. Set this one to the side as well, and that is all the veggie choppy prep for this dish. Next, we'll get going with our chicken, which needs just a little bit of prep. You'll need either 4 small-ish or regular-sized chicken breasts, or 2 really huge ones like these. If you have small to regular-sized chicken, skip the cutting part and then just move to the seasoning part. But since these are massive, we're gonna butterfly them into 4 normal-sized chicken breasts. To butterfly, slice them into 2 relatively equal chicken cutlets like I'm doing here. I find it easiest to kind of press the chicken with the flat of my hand to start, and then fold back the chicken as I move through the meat so I don't end up with a chunk of chicken on top and a little sliver on the bottom. Next, cover the chicken with plastic wrap to avoid having chicken juice splattering everywhere. And use a meat mallet to even out the meat so we don't have really thick sections of chicken and really thin sections. You don't have to make the chicken really skinny, just make it all like a roughly even thickness. This will help our chicken to cook evenly so we don't have some sections that are barely cooked and some sections that are more like jerky. Then season each chicken breast on both sides with garlic powder and Cajun seasoning. Now you can measure this out, and it'll be about a ½ teaspoon of garlic powder for all of them, and about a ¼ teaspoon of Cajun seasoning for each of them, but I'm totally measuring this with my heart. When all the chicken is seasoned on both sides, that's it for the chicken prep. Now over to the stove, and we need a large oven-safe skillet. Add in a tablespoon each of olive oil and butter, and heat these over medium-high heat until the oil is shimmery and the butter is melted and bubbling. Add in the chicken, 2 pieces at a time, and sear them for a few minutes on each side. We want some light browning and just a little crust on both sides, partially to toast those seasonings, but mainly to bring out some deep flavor in this chicken and to create some delicious fond on the bottom of the pan. The chicken won't be fully cooked, not even close at the moment, but that's okay. There's going to be plenty of time later for the chicken to cook through. Place all those seared chicken breasts on a plate and then set them to the side. Back to the pan, and if it's looking a little dry, you can add a little more oil. Turn the heat down to medium, dump in the red bell pepper we diced up, and saute this, stirring very often until the pepper softens, which should be about 5 minutes. Add in the minced garlic and a ½ cup of sun-dried tomatoes and stir continuously for about 30 to 40 seconds until that garlic gets fragrant. Pour in 3/4 of a cup of chicken stock and keep stirring for about a minute. Scrape the bottom of the pan as you stir to get all that delicious, flavorful fond off the bottom. Add some more Cajun seasoning, about a ½ teaspoon if you're measuring, as well as a bunch of onion powder, maybe 2 teaspoons worth. Stir in the seasonings so they're not sitting in the middle in a pile. And now slowly pour in 1 cup of heavy cream, but keep everything moving around while you slowly add the cream so it doesn't start to curdle. Simmer this for a minute or 2 and add 1 pound of uncooked gnocchi, but be careful so you don't get splattered with the really hot sauce. Give this a final stir. Make sure all that gnocchi is submerged in the liquid and you don't have any pieces like sticking up out of the sauce. Let everything bubble for about 1 more minute and then turn the heat off completely. Arrange the chicken breasts on top of the gnocchi so as little of the sauce and pasta is showing as possible. The chicken's gonna keep our gnocchi submerged in the sauce where it belongs so it cooks fully and it doesn't dry out. Last, sprinkle about 2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese all over the chicken so it's completely covered, which is gonna keep our chicken from drying out. Then very carefully place the skillet in the oven and bake this for 25 minutes or until the chicken reads at least 165 degrees. 25 minutes was perfect for mine, but your mileage may vary. When this is done, the cheese should be beautifully golden brown and bubbly, but if yours doesn't brown, you can always turn on the broiler for about 30 seconds to a minute and it should get nice and golden. My kitchen smells amazing right now, and this looks incredible. The gnocchi is perfect. It's soft and fluffy. It's not overly chewy, which is common with store-bought gnocchi. And the sauce. It is so flavorful and rich, very rich, with just a hint of heat. The chicken is so juicy, and the Cajun seasoning is perfect. It's earthy and smoky, that little hint of cayenne. The bell pepper and sun-dried tomatoes, they balance it all out with a little bit of sweetness. I could eat this every week and not get tired of it, but I promise you won't have leftovers because this is gonna get gobbled up so fast. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please like and subscribe, leave me a comment below. It helps to grow my channel, and I just love making these videos and sharing them with you every week. Stay tuned on Wednesdays for copycats of all your favorite fast foods, takeout treats, restaurant dishes. We are making such amazing food on Wednesdays. We're also ending up with double the food for half the cost, and most times, even more than that, like way more than that. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I'll see you back here next Sunday for some more comforting, cozy home cooking. Bye!